Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Monique Ross. In today's episode, I am joined by one of my old high school classmates, Diana. Welcome to Pure Fuckery, Diana.
Hey.
Today, we're going to discuss social media and just hit on a number of different topics. Let the conversation flow and see where we end up regarding the so complicated topic of social media. Alright, so I'll let Diana take the seat here and talk about her experiences. We'll talk about dating with social media first, and she can talk about any experiences she's had and regarding social media. You don't have to say names or anything like that. Just, whatever. So.
You know what? I don't even, because I post more pictures of myself, I don't even really know if when I think of dating and social media, I think about, when you kind of make your status change and then you do the posting of the pictures. Like, basically you letting everybody know this is who he is and this is who I'm with.
Right.
Most of my pictures, even when I had a boyfriend, have always been sadly with me. So but I do know that people will halt off on posting the pictures and stuff before the relationship get all serious and stuff like that. And I always think that that's funny when people first get into relationships. They'll put heart emojis and stuff over the person's face, like we don't know who that person is. So yeah, when it comes to the social media and the dating, as far as that's where mine is. I do know too, I don't do the posting of what's going on, not subliminally. When he upset me, then I'm like, all these niggas out. No, I've never really done that either. So I don't play my relationship out on social media.
You cannot, because it just becomes a spectator sport, in my opinion. People get their popcorn. I feel like when people start putting their shit out there and you can watch a relationship blossom and bloom, and then it just unfolds over social media. You cannot do that, because people want to see you doing good, but not better than them.
Mm-hmm.
And people pretend to be happy for you. You start, I'm in a relationship. It's Facebook official when you change your relationship status, right? And, people, congratulations,
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for you, but are they really? And then the second it goes bad, they're right there watching.
Mm-hmm.
Want to get all the details on what happened. Some of them, laughing and making jokes. But I've never, ever, outside of my marriage, I don't think I've ever put a relationship on social media. Like, my marriage, everybody that was my friends on Facebook,
they already knew.
They knew my husband. So.
And then most social acting pictures, everybody kind of posts anyway. So if y'all were maybe at a dinner or out on vacation and stuff like that, you're gonna often get those and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the day-to-day stuff that Facebook technically is for, because it is supposed to be to interact with your family and friends, especially those that live out of state. They don't see the things that you're doing and stuff all the time, so they might want to see things that you got going on in your life on that aspect of it all. But I do not get into the drama issue of it all, not on my end. Now I am here for it when other people are posting that.
She's the spectator. She want to see. She's right there watching with her motherfucking popcorn, watching you go through your heartbreak. See, these are the people. No, I'm just fucking with you, but that's real talk though, because I won't lie. Like, I've read all the comments before. Especially if it was something that was intriguing to me, yeah. And I'm fascinated by people anyway. People are fascinating to me. So, yeah, of course, we're all watching. We all are watching the drama unfold. And that's why it's just best not to put your shit out there. Like, I'm just not putting it out there at all. Like I said, I have one notable relationship on Facebook. And I don't even know if my profile says married still, whatever. I don't even remember what it says. But I just know no pictures have ever saw the light of day. Although I did talk about on the last episode how I got drunk one night and I posted pictures of me and my ex. I guess I'm done saying I guess. My ex, we're no longer dealing. I posted pictures of us. I got in my feelings probably about a month or two ago, but I deleted them as soon as I woke up the next morning. Like, I woke up to my text alerts going off, and it was my homegirl hitting me up. Yeah, they're still in the cloud. But she hit me up to see if I went to Atlanta, and I didn't. But she woke me up. It was like 6 in the morning, and I probably put those pictures on social media at like 2. So it was just there for 4 hours or so. But as soon as I woke up and I looked on my phone and I saw what I had did, because of course I was, I had been drinking and whatnot, so I didn't even remember immediately. It took me looking at, I'm like, oh snap. So I deleted the shit. Like, this has to go. Why would I ever do that? But a drunk ain't shit. A drunk ain't shit. For real.
And I'm trying to even think back with a lot of photos with, kind of like my significant other. That's probably, maybe if I had pictures to post, I would post them. So, that could be one of those situations as well. I wasn't really taking pictures with them. So, on that.
Why do you think that is? That kind of triggered me. Why do you think that is?
You know what? I just recently kind of started liking my own pictures.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until I started noticing that I wasn't in a lot of the family outings where I was like, wait a minute, now every time
everybody's here and I'm not in the picture. You taking the picture.
Now every time a camera is out, I'll be like, I'm right here. That's why I was saying when we were speaking earlier about pictures and taking them and not liking them, or I don't care if I like them or don't like them. If you take a picture of me and you're gonna post it, post it. I don't want eye closed. It don't matter what I look.
I don't agree with that. You're not just getting ready to post anything to me. That's why I got on my social media timeline. Like, I have to review it before it even get past that. I ain't even went on there in a minute to review anything. But yeah, you're not just finna put me out there. And the people that will post my picture, they know to hit me up first. Like, is it cool if I post this? Because I hit them up first. Is it cool if I post this? I don't post anything of anybody else without asking permission first, because you just never know. So yeah, don't just I don't have those same sentiments when it comes to social media etiquette. No, you will discuss this. I will have to approve. Discuss it with me first. So yeah,
I do wonder why, though. I guess if you do take pictures or you comfortable with your relationship social media wise, why do you post your pictures
repeatedly?
Right,
like all the time. Right. I mean,
like, are you genuinely just you just like to post your pictures, or do you have some type of hidden agenda behind it? You trying to make baby mama mad, like y'all happy over here.
That could go either way. That could be some insecurity type shit, because
the posting is really all about the likes.
Yeah.
So that's what the whole major flavor is. About that. So when you don't get as many likes when you posting you and your boyfriend and y'all doing y'all significant fun things, then people be feeling the kind of way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are you posting because you posting? That's what you do. If you're a poster, then you're a poster. Then that's what you do. People are social media things. So it didn't matter what it was. Significant other, perfume for the day, kicks of the day, whatever.
I look at social media. You just took me down a rabbit hole, though. I look at social media like, especially like this is my page. So people post, they post whatever the hell they please. I'm not sitting up. If they post a million pictures of them and their significant other, yeah, you see it. It's like, oh, okay, you again. But I don't even look. I just don't. My thought process don't go that way where I'm sitting up like tripping off of it, so to speak. We all post on social media for likes. And you said it. You shouldn't have. You open up this can of worms. People post on social media for me, I'm doing it for a reason. Like, I've been going ham with my posting, and I won't even say going ham with it because I've kind of let up a little bit. I have to protect my mental peace and my space, my energy, because I look at once you post something, then I feel like you have to engage with the audience. People are going to comment and like and whatever, and expect you to comment and reply to their responses and stuff. So I literally have to be in that energy space where I feel like being bothered to post something.
I don't.
I do. Like
I do not. I banter with people I give a fuck about. Like, when I don't care about you enough, it's easy for me to be like, and then we finna move on. Earlier scrolling today, I wasn't going back in and forth, but a guy posted his a picture of his EBT card. And he had the number on there. So she was like, you know, people can steal your number or whatever. And I was like, well, I mean, they need your PIN number, so why do that matter? She went on into talking about, like, her response to me was CaseNet. And I thought, well, CaseNet is somewhere where you get people criminal background at. What, in my mind, I thought, what does that have to do with your EBT card? Okay. She was like, you can put their birthday in there and something else and get their PIN number. And right then I thought, that's enough for me. Like, I don't even know enough about the system to know
to go and
what CaseNet like do and don't like do and all that other kind of stuff. Like, it let me know, clearly you are the governor of all PIN numbers and how you get them and how you change them and when people put the numbers on the card, and I don't know. So I'm going to bow out here. You have a good night, honey.
I ain't even finna go off into this conversation with you, man.
And we're gonna move on.
Right.
I don't have the space to. I do that. Like I said, I do that with people I care about. People I'ma see later on, and then we gotta look each other in the face and kind of have a certain type of conversation and communication.
Right.
For those I don't.
Just keep it pushing. She just gave the people that she don't the middle finger. She gave out 2 middle fingers. So, hey, she said it, not me. But yeah, no, I agree. You on when you go off to social media land, this topic is just so massive. It's such a huge topic, I guess that's what I want to say. And some people are gonna argue, like I was getting ready, I'm not argue, but for me, some days I'll post some and I ain't even scrolled my news feed. I have to be in the mood. I have to be in that space where I feel like going on social media. Like, if people posting, where you at? I get people that actually inbox me, especially if I'm active on social media. It's been times where I've left social media, gone away for 2 years at a time, like, and didn't feel a way, just deleted everything and went about my life. I don't live my life based off social media, but right now I'm doing this podcast. I understand the need for me to be active on social media, but like I said, I don't scroll my news feed every day. Stories, I ain't even gonna go off into my story what I do with the stories. I just told you that, but and I'll say it not to offend anybody. Like, I don't watch stories. I turn them on my phone and I go about my day, my life, and I just let them run on Facebook and Instagram. If I just happen to look and see a story, if somebody I know posted a story, or if I just want to see somebody's story, somebody specific, where after I done let it play on my phone, then yeah, I'll go back and watch it. But yeah, I'm not sitting up watching your story. It's not that I watched the story before yours and it rolled over to yours. No, I just let them all run.
So she not hating on y'all relationships and
y'all, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care what nobody's
She enjoys doing. Them all. She enjoys them all.
I guess you could say that. I enjoy them all. It's something like, if I catch something, I'll like it. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't catch it because the phone has been sitting on the charger for 3-4 hours and the whole story feed that rolled over on Instagram, hey, sorry. If you're offended, at least I gave you the view. That's what you want, right? You just want the view. You don't give a damn who's viewing it. It's
some. That's why I was wondering, in the percentile, who is who is posting because they socialite, so that's what they do. They post. Who is posting because I'm trying to make somebody mad? Who posting because we was out and we had a good time and we want to remember this and we want everybody, everybody don't have vindictive reasons, to why they kind of do things, but a person who is thinking massively will always feel, that you did something specifically just for them.
But that just goes off into what people post and somebody thinking that somebody taking shots or they're posting subliminal messages and shit like that. Like, I personally post shit that I understand, I get, I can relate to. I'm never throwing subs. My shit is never directed at anybody, specifically, because I just don't have that type of thought process or energy to exert into social media where, I'm not beefing with nobody. You're not finna come on my posts talking about, is this about me? What? And I dare you to. And I posted some stuff where I can see a few people may have felt the way about it. I related to it. But when I posted it, I didn't think, oh, this is directed at so-and-so. I just posted it. But I personally feel like that's just people who ain't got shit else better to do with their lives, where they sitting up picking apart a post assuming it's about them. Like, it's social media. But you have people who do that. So that's why you have that percentage of those that will feel like subliminally you are speaking with them. You don't even know. You could have had a conversation with them about that months ago, and it kind of came up and was relevant to what you were saying. So they will feel like it was about them, even though it was months ago and you wasn't even thinking about that shit. Not at that time anyway. It just kind of happened to fit something else that you was doing at that specific time, moment, or, whatever. That's why I try to do as less as possible when it comes to social media. Because social media is fun, but it can get fickle, and that's why I was saying, like when you said earlier about taking the time off. Everybody take the time off. Facebook been around for too long for somebody to say that they've been on consistently from beginning to end. I know some people that I feel like have been on from beginning to end. I feel like I know people like that because I've left and I came back and they were still there. Like, I left again and came back and they were still there. And then I'm the kind of person, when I leave and I come back, I go on certain people's feeds and see what I've missed, because when I leave, it's never because of anything outside of personal reasons for myself.
Right. Where, sometimes it just be too much. It's the same post. It's the same kind of everything.
I've been at times where I've left because I'm focusing on some me shit, or I'm going through some shit, and I just don't feel as if social media is going to aid in me getting through whatever it is, just different reasons for me why I've left. But yeah, I come back and I'm going to scroll through people's news feed, and yeah, I feel like some people have never left. And for me, I feel like social media is different for each person, because some people like myself will tell you, I loathe social media. I don't say I hate it anymore. I loathe it. It's a love-hate relationship, because if you use it right and you have the right connections, it can be a powerful resource and tool for you. Agree. But some people go on there every day and it's a comedy hour. They are Facebook comedians, Instagram comedians, and then you got the people who complain about any and everything that's posted on there, and you just have so many different people that post different things, and use the platform for different reasons. But for me, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It can be overwhelming at times, but you just have to pace yourself with it.
I remember reading an article one time about how Facebook sometimes upsets people, to the realm where they, start kind of even almost making themselves depressed a little bit. When it comes to social media, people kind of show more. People really show more they shine than they struggle. So
Oh
You know,
yeah.
That's,
Hell yeah. Like
that's the major.
nobody's
major thing
screaming
about
their
that.
failures out loud. And if you go on I'll take myself because I can't speak for nobody else. You can go on my social media right now and I'll speak on a struggle, but I don't talk about what the struggle is. You know, just recently opening up about certain struggles that I've endured in my life on my podcast. But outside of that, nobody's posting their failures.
Mm-hmm.
They're only showing their successes. And if you think that they just fell at that damn mountaintop, they did not. We all had to work our way and struggle our way and to reach a certain point and reach a certain level. So yeah, don't be fooled. And I don't even, and that goes for celebrities and people that, you know, we admire. They're not posting the shit that they go through. Yeah, we see it through the media,
Right,
and you know, stuff like that. But other than that, we don't really know, because you don't know what a person is dealing with outside of, you know, within their four walls, within their life, what's going on in their head. So you were talking about, that's what you were talking about, social media. And did you say, I want to say you said something about people being depressed.
Oh yeah, the article.
Yeah,
it literally like takes them into a depression, and then that had me to thinking, you know, well, people don't post they struggle, they post they shine. So again, this is what social media is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be nobody is posting they disconnect notices.
Right.
Like we're not doing
Although I've seen some people post their disconnection notices and ask for money and stuff, and I ain't gonna even flex. I done paid a bill or two. I ain't even, no bullshit. Like I ain't even trying to be funny. Social media is the place where you're going to see it all. So take that back. You haven't seen it, but I can tell you that I've seen.
I've never been a social media person like that. That's why I was saying, even if I did have photos with my significant other, I'm not even sure if I would post them like that, because the stuff that I posted, so it'd be that silly stuff that you do. I done rode around in my car and I done did one of these, and you know, some stuff like that. I like Snapchat, and that's my social media platform. Facebook really just became more of a thing for me because I just recently opened a business and we've been in quarantine, so nobody really had nothing to do. I'm scrolling on all the social media platforms, even Twitter, and I don't even tweet. So, you know, at this point, my social media lingering is because it's due to boredom. But because I am there, that's what makes me think of certain things. Now I'm seeing, you know, people posting their relationships, everybody in the house. So you are posting your man, but you got the same redundant post about who going to the nail shop, when they going to the nail shop, and you know, so that's why my curiosity really came with to just hone in on one thing, and specifically, you know, how you do your dating, because I am seeing that more than I do see the,
people are dating over social media.
People are really putting a lot of things kind of out there, and I'm shocked that people kind of, you know.
I've found a couple of gentlemen callers off of social media.
Not the ones who thanking you for your ad right immediately in your message.
Those guys. No. I met some cool dudes. I've met a couple cool dudes on social media where, you know, it had the potential to be something, but for whatever reason, you know, it just wasn't meant to be. So we kept it pushing. But yeah,
ain't nobody scared of being catfish. Like you can do that Facebook, like still posting other pictures.
I've never been catfish ever. I've met some weirdos.
But you don't know, because no, I guess you would know if you eventually got some type of photo or something.
I've gone and met guys off of social media. I'm too fucking friendly. That's my problem. Like, I feel like I have to reply to every DM, respond to every comment. And I'm really getting out of the habit of being like that. I'm just so fucking nice and so friendly and just extroverted. Yeah, like for real. I've gotten offers from they were African princes. That's what they told me. Don't call me naive, because I could be a bit naive at times. But I've had a couple saying. I'm not bullshitting. Yeah, like, I thought about it. I considered it. And if motherfuckers don't tighten up, hey, I might go get me an African prince. Who knows? Shit. What I say? Fucking Prince Akeem and Lisa McDowell vibes over here.
This is not coming to St. Louis.
Coming to St. Louis, shit. Why not? So why not? No, but seriously, I meant again. I'm trying to think of an experience that was a negative experience and a positive experience. I guess I can't say not necessarily a positive experience because clearly it wasn't too positive. You know, I'm not dealing with them, but who's out? There's one guy that I can think of that I met on social media that I don't even know what happened. We just kind of disconnected, but if he hit me up right now, I would entertain it. I would definitely entertain it. And he knows who he is. I'm sure he does. And look, I said that in my episode last week with my best friend Peb. I said there's 3 gentlemen callers. There's 3 gentlemen that I would entertain, and one of them is a social media person. Like we had some fun times together. He was a cool dude, and we had a dope ass vibe. A lot of similarities and whatnot. And what happened? He was messing with this chick when I first met him, and he told me he was getting ready to drop her. And like a dummy, I entertained the conversation and whatnot. But apparently we had known each other. He tells me, so now I'm really telling him who he is. If he's watching, he's gonna immediately know who he is. But so we met each other a while back. Like, I think this when I was freshly single, and I met him at the Marquee here in St. Louis. And we exchanged numbers and we talked. Apparently, back then I was clearly on some good cushion alcohol because I didn't even recall the situation. It took 2 of my homegirls telling me, like, yeah, we told you to holler at him that particular night. So we exchanged numbers, and apparently we were supposed to link up one particular night. We met, and then a few weeks later we ran into each other again, and we supposed to, link up after the club. And I had this man waiting on me somewhere to waiting on a call back, and I never hit him back up. I'm sure I was on some bullshit. Oh, I was on some bullshit. I'm sure I was. And so dude, we ended up, let me start over.
You tagged him in the photo.
So I tagged him in something I posted on social media, on Instagram. I just tagged him in it, and he hit me up the next day, and I literally had just broke up with somebody that day. That was the guy I broke up with on Valentine's Day.
Well, now you know who you are.
No, not him. It's not him. I'm talking. I had just broke up with dude on Valentine's Day, and I want to say that night I got home after I had broke up with him, and I tagged him in something on social media. I tagged him in one of my posts on Instagram.
Look at her ass.
And the next morning,
the night of,
I want to say the next morning or something to that effect. I think it was the next morning. He messages me. He's like, oh yeah. And we had a conversation after that, and we talked, and after that we just, we was kind of talking to each other. But he was dating somebody at the time, and he tells me that he was getting ready to drop this chick because, he was like, his family flaying the shit out of her. Like, why would you bring her down to our house? Like, he took her to the family's house. And he talked, he was like, yeah. So he said he's going to drop her. But I don't think he dropped her, and he wanted what we were doing to be about just sex. And that's not where my head was at the time. And I was upfront with him, like, yeah, I just got off a situation. I'm not looking for anything right now. But with him, because of who he was and the vibe that we had, and the connection I feel like we had, I was willing to take that risk and kind of pull back on my word or whatever. And he had just went through a situation he opened up to me about, and he wasn't really trying to jump off into nothing. So I guess he was just out here messing with bitches. And I just kind of removed myself from the situation. Like at the end of the day, I think ultimately I just removed myself from the situation. And then my level of toxic is I'ma still hit your ass up occasionally. And be like, hey, what's going on? Like,
yeah, because I was thinking as you was telling your story, you had already played the bait game anyway.
Yeah,
you know, when you tag people and stuff, they alerted and they noticing. So one nigga ain't gonna be like, oh, she tagging niggas now. So I'm surprised he waited to the next day. It was eating his soul.
Well, no, it probably was like some wee hours of the morning type shit when I tagged him in, like on the real, because after I left that restaurant that night, I went and pulled up on one of my homeboys, and just like one of my best friends, and I didn't get home till late after that, and then I'm pretty sure I did it like in the wee hours of the morning. And he, hit me up the next morning, and that's how, how he told me after the fact, he was like, man, we met. I had your number and everything. We was talking, blah, blah. I didn't know. I literally...
You ain't remember?
Did not remember him. Like, I'm telling you, the time frame in which he was talking about...
She didn't even remember.
I was in these streets. I had... A lot of people had my number. A lot of people had my number.
Shit.
I was out here... I ain't gonna say I was being ratchet, but I ain't gonna say I wasn't being ratchet, right?
She was using social media at the time for something totally different.
No,
I wouldn't have posted no niggas either if I was her, because clearly her situation.
No, one of my homeboys sent me the meme. It said something like, she got, she got nigga tendencies when she don't ever post a man on her social media. And that's what they say about me. And that's not the case. It's not that I'm a player. I'm not a player by any means. Like, I swear to God, I am not a player.
She just went through the list of...
No.
She finding people through Facebook.
No, I am not a player at all. I'm friendly. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. I'm hollering. No, hear me out. Just hear me out. I am not a player. I attract guys from all walks of life. I'm a very extroverted person, and I know that the personality that I have, it draws people in. But I'm not a player. Like, I don't play. I've been loyal in my relationships. Do not like if I'm being honest, I'm like, I don't want to play these games. I don't want to date multiple people, and I don't even do that.
Well, that ain't fun at all.
I don't know how to balance that shit. Like, I remember, not to change the subject because we'll come right back. I remember when I called myself being a player, and I was just out here dating. This is me. I hit this dude up. I was texting one dude and then texting another dude, and I went on a date the night before with this one dude, but was talking to the other dude, and I tells him, I said I wasn't expecting you to kiss me last night, but I enjoyed it. And dude was like, I didn't kiss you last night. What are you talking about? Like, I can't be a player. I can't keep up with all that.
She can't remember.
I can't. But in this particular, with this young man that I'm speaking of, that he can hit my line, and if he's on some for real shit, I would entertain it. But with him, I literally hit my homegirls up, and I was like, do y'all remember me meeting this guy? Because when I was in the Marquee, I was with them all the time. And I hit Cheyenne Corman up, my little thuggers, my little homegirls. And they like, yeah, that's the dude we was telling you to talk to him. And I'm like, really? And I was like, yeah. They told me the whole scenario, read the whole scenario down to me, basically verbatim to what he said had went down. And I'm like, damn, I don't even remember him. Like, I guess he was he was forgettable. He was like, hey.
Wait, but he was forgettable, but now you can hit her up at any time.
No, go ahead. No, let me tell you. During that time in my life, this is me going from being married, immediately when I got divorced, immediately ended up in another relationship for a duration of about 5 years. after that ended, end up back in another relationship and engaged, about to get married. So that's back to back. I literally had never been single in my adult life. Never, not once been single. So once that was done and I'm single, it took me a minute. I was down in the dumps at first. I really was. And then she
tagged him in the photo.
No, that was after the fact. That was after the fact. No, I'm talking about 2015, 2016. Like 2015, 2016. So around that time, I guess. Hold on, let's think, because I turned 35 in 2015. So yeah, so between 2014, 2015, 2016, I was dating a lot. Like, I was a serial dater, for real. I went on so many dates. I wouldn't say
that's being a player, though. That's what people do. That's how you know
exactly.
who you trying to kind of, But I think when most people think of that sort of thing, though, they think, you fucking everybody.
And I was not. I was just dating a lot. Like, my boss had gifted me a Match.com subscription. And when I started actually entertaining it, it was hilarious. It was comical. Oh my God. I have so many stories.
I feel like the ones that you get for free, you get free shit. You know what I'm saying?
I paid for that.
I'm saying that's like why you were able to get get some little catches. When you do the free ones, you get free shit. So you get what you paid for type of situation.
I've never done a free dating site. I did the Match thing for the duration of the subscription. And met some some dope ass people, and straight became friends. So I literally keep in touch with. That's my problem. I collect homeboys because I know immediately if I can see me building with you based off of conversation and your appearance. I'm sorry, and I'll tell you this isn't going to work for me, but we can be friends. Just find me on Facebook or find me on LinkedIn or wherever. So they find me and we be friends. And I got homeboys just all over that I'm cool with, that I found in different ways. But that's one of the ways I collect homeboys, dating. Because if you're not for me, I'm gonna tell you a friend. I'm not wasting my time at all.
Not at this stage in the game. I'm almost 40 years old, so I really don't have time for
40 this year. And who has the time and energy to put into the bullshit? But yeah, so that's how I collect friends by dating, and we cool. We can be cool, and that's what we end up
She ain't a player, y'all. At one point they decided it wasn't gonna be for them, but they still can holler at each other when they see each other on the streets.
Exactly.
And he can like her picture when she posted.
Is that toxic? Do you think that's toxic behavior?
I mean, if you got somebody that's comfortable within themselves, that ain't worried about if a nigga liking your picture or not, because it ain't like he coming over giving you flowers and asking you on dates. He liking a picture.
I've never had a guy sit up and stress me about social media. Even, I'm trying to think, nobody's like my young ex. He used to say, there go your boy. Like, he just thought everybody liked me.
That's funny though.
But it's like, dude, it's not my boy. Like, you don't keep accusing me of that. Because they like me doesn't mean I like them back. But other than that, I've never had an issue with social media. I've never dated. Hell, half the time, if I didn't meet you on social media, you probably, unless we agree to be friends, you're not getting on my social media. If I'm dating you and I'm liking you, I don't want to be on social media with you.
You don't want to see what he posts and do all that stuff?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you know what? Because I don't even scroll long enough. I probably wouldn't even scroll long enough to see it.
Mm-mm.
That would have to be you, my only friend. And
I'm reading all the comments.
The app, I would have to see you. I would have to literally go to your page to see what you
wouldn't
posted.
even follow.
Like I just don't have that much time. I'm too lazy. I smoke weed, people. Like I just
I feel you on that.
I got other things that I'm thinking about. I'm trying to watch 911 right now. I'm not about to be going through a news feed to see what you posted today and see what girls liked, because I had a conversation about that before too. A female that I knew didn't like that a certain female would always like her boyfriend pictures. Like, why?
Who was the female? Was it somebody he had dealt with?
You know what? I don't even know. I don't think so. I think it was just, she probably go through and like everybody pictures. That's what I felt. Because she never commented on anything. She never said looking good or, nothing like that. It was just, like she just go through the whole thing like. I don't know, because I'm not I don't want to start calling people insecure, but I don't know, because my mental wasn't right there. But
it could be some insecurity type shit.
It felt very harmless.
The person on the other end doing it could just be on some petty shit. But for me, if I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I've dealt with, we've been on each other's social media. Like me and my ex-husband, we've always been on each other's social media. The last series, the 5-year relationship I was in, we were on each other's social media towards, overall, basically.
Was you looking through the comments and stuff?
I wasn't looking through them, but when the shit is right in your face, then you see it.
Nah, because it ain't in your face. You gotta open it up and then like, It's usually one little comment that's right there. I'm talking about.
No, I went through. I guess I will go through the comments then, because I remember having conversations with him, and him like, oh, it's just nothing. That's just nothing. But he was a serial cheater. Like he was young, and you know what I'm saying. So such is life. I don't even want to go off into that. But as far as social media, I fell in the trap of the bullshit with him, because of the insecurities that were triggered by that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? That was just shit that was brought on from the situation when a motherfucker moving a certain way. The most confident motherfucker gonna be insecure. So in that situation, I allowed shit on social media to get to me where we addressed it. We had literally had to have a sit down and talk about the shit. But now, we're not even gonna be on social media. Let's just avoid that shit. I'm gonna assume that you're a fucking adult.
I've heard that it hurts more than it helps in relationship wise, in family situation, because families start to feel included, excluded, feel a certain kind of way about involvements and not involvements. So, I guess this really even kind of expands outside of the relationship wise. Relationship just took me more of a specific topic, because I see that more when it comes to because like I said, we looking. So now everybody at home, so everybody are posting they significant others and their kids, and all these other kind of things. So I kind of wonder, because I'm not a Facebook person. I'm Snapchat, where that shit deletes. So nobody gets to like, nobody gets to do all those other Facebooky things.
Right.
Comments are specifically for you. Nobody else gets to see it. Things like that. So that's my area of expertise over there. But again, I am looking at Facebook, again, the business, and I'm at home. I'm not doing too much. We are quarantined, so I'm noticing the pattern of, and it could be the people that I follow. Maybe that's one I had left Facebook when I left, because I felt like I followed too many poor unfortunate souls. Like, everybody unhappy, everybody man cheating, everybody kids ain't shit. Like, we all.
That will drag you down.
I don't wanna be so Eeyore all the time. You remember how nobody wanna have that feeling all the time.
Just down in the dumps, and the energy that people put out there on social media will definitely bring it. It has the ability to bring your shit down, bring your energy down, or bring it up. That's why you have to really, that goes into self-care. You have to know how to limit that shit. You have to know how to log off and just take a break for real, because if you don't, you're gonna sit up
and stuff will start making you mad that shouldn't even make you mad. Because I noticed, like, when people were talking about it was tax time and it was stimulus check time, when people were you gonna be broke in March, or you buying that car and it's gonna get towed in May. If they wanted to spend their whole check on a mountain full of ice cream, please let these people do what they want to do. Like, what people doing with their income taxes and what they doing with their stimulus, they don't have you. It makes you feel a certain kind of way, which is what I don't think people realize. Like, it sounds like you upset or that you hating, or because why you care what people do with they don't care what you do with your money. So why at this moment, at this time, you worried and care more about, you know, their particular situation than you should. Those particular instances, I feel like you need a social media break, honey, because you doing too much. You
way
doing
too much. For real.
It's upsetting you that somebody getting an income tax check and they finna blow it. You mad because somebody finna blow some money. Like, you gotta think about
mind your business. Yeah, people, you do realize that you can go on social media and scroll. If you see something you don't like, or if you see something you don't agree with, it's easy to keep scrolling. Like, you don't have to come in my comments talking about what I'm doing with my this or that, or, you know, even like you just said with the checks and stuff. Why are y'all constantly posting about, why do you care? Because why are you upset? Let these people live their lives, because you're going to live your life.
Right.
You know, but I just feel like, you know, social media as a whole, people really just...
I think people make a conscious effort sometimes to kind of not overexert, you know.
I definitely do. I only give what I can, and I don't put myself in the mix of shit and what everybody else is doing, and concern myself with them, you know, with what the next person is doing. You have to, that's me protecting my peace, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's like some people post every single move they make. That's the craziest shit to me. Like, why are you posting you out of town?
Yeah, you know, right before I came back this time, I would do that. I would check in every single place. And my daddy was like, if somebody wanted to kill you,
right, they wanted to break in your house and rob you, like, whatever the fuck. Like, I'm speaking relative to, like, the people who post, like, we're on vacation. Like, you do realize that somebody could easily come to your house, break in and rob you. And, you know, some people who have just a shit ton of friends and followers on social media and they don't know these people, you have to be mindful of that. Because 90% of the time, like, when it's some shit go down like that, like you on vacation and your house just magically gets broken into,
it's
somebody you knew that told somebody they know and set the whole thing up. Like, for real, you have to be, you have to maintain a certain level of privacy when utilizing social media and what you're posting and what you're putting out there. Because again, people are just, they're watching to see what's going on, what you're doing,
good or bad.
It's a spectator sport, and you could completely end up on the next episode of Facebook where you're the hot topic and you've gone viral easily because of some shit you got going on. And it's like, all attention ain't good attention.
Yes.
I don't welcome it. You know, I don't want all of the attention. So, yeah, that's a very extensive topic. Alright, that's all we have to talk about today regarding the topic of social media. I'm sure you guys have a number of comments and questions. Drop them down in the comment box. Follow the page. Check me out on Instagram, So Sophisticated One and Pure Fuckery. On Twitter, So Mo. On Facebook, just Monique Ross. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.